Hello, welcome back to Brock's Basement. This is going to be my comic book pull list for the week of February 21st, 2024. Hope everyone's had a great President's Day weekend. But let's get right into this week's books. First up, we have Tom King and Peter Gross's Animal Pound, issue 2. The first one was really wordy, but if you like Animal Farm, it's definitely going to be up your alley. It's kind of a more modernized take on the George Orwell's Animal Farm. So, you have not picked up issue 1, try and find a copy. It's pretty good. Next up, we have Batman number 144. This is Joker Year 1, issue part 3. I haven't even got caught up to it. I don't even remember where I'm caught up to with Batman, but I'm not caught up with that stuff. So, yeah. Next up, we have Batman Superman World's Finest number 24. I'm only an issue in the annual, I think, behind on this one. But God, this book's so great with Mark Waid's writing and Dan Mora's art. It's just fantastic. If you're not reading this, you need to. It's really, really good stuff. Next up, we have Catwoman number 62. Awesome cover. But I'm not caught up. I need to get caught up. I'll get there eventually. Yes, eventually I will get there. Being caught up with everything. Next up, we have Bone Orchard Tenement number 9. I am caught up with Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino's book, and it is dark, and I'm here for it. It's good stuff. If you're not reading Bone Orchard or any of the Bone Orchard mythos stuff, you really should give it a try. It is fantastic, especially if you like horror or just really scary stuff. Next up, we have Cobra Commander number 2. Joshua Williamson's writing Cobra Commander, this miniseries. I read the first issue. It was okay. It wasn't as strong as Duke was or Transformers. We'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, not sure where I'm sitting with Cobra Commander right now in the Energon universe at Image. Next up is a facsimile edition, and that is Green Lantern 87, the one with Green Arrow. I believe this is the first appearance of John Stewart as a Green Lantern, so I figured why not grab a copy of it. Next up is a book that I'm going to read this issue. I've read the first issue. I'm going to read this issue and then decide if I want to keep going with it. And that's John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America. He meets up with Swamp Thing in this, so we'll see if that catches my interest. The first issue was okay, but it didn't snag me enough. So we'll see if issue 2 can grab my attention. Otherwise, I'm most likely going to be done with this iteration of Hellblazer. Next up is issue 5, I believe. I'm going to double check my number because it's everywhere. Yep, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Just fun. It's just a whole bunch of fun. I'm not a huge fan of Godzilla or King Kong, but this has just been a fun read. I'm only about 2 issues behind or so, but what I've read so far, I've really enjoyed, so I can't wait to dive back into it and enjoy it. Next up is 111 or 111, and that's issue 111 for Nightwing or 111. I'm not caught up with Nightwing. I did get caught up through the stuff where he crossed over with the Adventures of John Kent, or not John Kent. He got Superman Son of Kal-El. That was the series. They had a crossover bit there, so I'm almost. I think I'm in the 80s. Might be close to getting in the 90s. So I have some reading to do, but I'll get caught up with it. Next up is Superman number 11. Joshua Williamson's run on this has been really good from what I've read. I again need to just sit down and plow through a whole bunch of stuff. But off on my comic book reading schedule, especially since I'm on break from my day job this week. So I'm working more at the shop, so I don't necessarily have much time, but maybe tomorrow I'm taking the day and doing stuff I need to get done. Maybe I'll sit down and plow through some comics. After that one, we jump all the way from N to T, and that's for Titans number 8. This looks like it's coming out of the Beast World stuff, which I was caught up on, and then I kind of just fell off of it. I think I fell off of it mainly because of the one shots, the Gotham, the ones that were tours. They were tours this time. Central City, Gotham, all these places. Yeah, it was just. The momentum that it had, Beast World had with the main series and then tie-ins with Titans, and it was fine. but those tour books just slowed that momentum down so hard that I stopped staying caught up with it. Let me know if that happened to you with Beast Wars, or Beast World. Beast World, I don't remember. One of the things. Or anything else that they've had crossovers, DC or Marvel. Let me know. Next up is a book that I'm 83 issues behind on, and that's Walking Dead. This is the deluxe colored version, so eventually I'll get to reading through it. We're almost halfway with it completed, so yeah. The chair's very squeaky tonight. Squeakier than normal. It's weird. And finally, on my pull list is Wonder Woman #6 by Tom King, art by David Sampere. Fantastic art. I haven't read issue 5. I need to read both. I'm a little behind, but yeah, it's on my read pile to read. But Wonder Woman's been fantastic. If you're not reading it, you seriously need to be reading it. It should be on your pull list. But that's it for the stuff I bought and picked up for myself. Now, I did get some variant covers this week. Yes, there were some variant covers this week. Unlike last week, where the only one I liked was Under the Dust 6 because it was cool. But I got the B cover by Marcio Takara for Catwoman #62. Snagged that one. The C cover by Inek Lee. Like that one as well. The 1 in 25 variant by Lyrics for Catwoman #62. I got that one. And of course, the George Ornez, call these like pulp cover ones. I snagged that one up as well because it's just fantastic. Nightwing 111, 1111, or 111 had a Dan Mora variant where it was Batman on one side, Nightwing on the other. I thought was pretty cool, so I snagged that one. This, of course, is the B cover for that. Wonder Woman 5 had a second print that I liked. I liked the coloring and stuff like that for the second print. I like when they do the same cover as the first one, but they change the color scheme to make it reflective that it is a second print. Not to mention they've started marking it down here, second print. So awesome stuff. Wonder Woman 6, I did grab the Tedeschi, Julian Totino Tedesco. Thought that was a pretty cool one, so I snagged that one up. And that's it for the variants I've got this week. Not too many variants, but it's Catwoman and Wonder Woman, so more than normal. I did grab 2 books to just read. I don't do this very often, but one book it's just I'm reading issue 2 of, and the other one is a new #1, but it's tied into a book that came out last week, I believe. And that's the Six Fingers. It ties into the Ram V book. I can't remember the name of the title. One Hand is the name of that. This is Six Fingers. So Ram V's book is told from the perspective of the detective, like going after the killer in a detective case in the future. This is the killer's perspective. It was not marketed very well. Also, like, why wouldn't you just have them together? I don't know. They're doing something weird. I'm gonna read this to see if it's interesting enough to keep getting in with the One Hand book, but we'll see. It is not written by Ramby. It's written by Dan Waters and maybe some other people, but it doesn't say who it is. So yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna check that one out. And the other book I'm reading is a Marvel book. I know, but that's Ultimate Spider-Man issue 2 is out. So I enjoyed issue 1. Issue 1 was good, even though it's what if in Ultimate Universe book. Still weird, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out, see how it goes, see what it entails. But that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in that comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up, if you're getting anything, questions, comments, all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll answer something on air. Who knows? But yeah, down in the comment section. Be nice. Internet's a shitty place, so let's just be nice over on the comment section. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We're back to every other week recording, so this week we're off. But there's a link in the description below if you want to go check out any of our older episodes or the previous one we recorded if you haven't had a chance to check that out. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and for some of us to get products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can help me out a little more directly. If I have any trades or stuff featured, they'll be in the link in the description below. You can click on that. It takes you to Amazon. If you buy it through that link, I'll get a little kickback. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. You don't have to. But this week there was nothing graphic novel wise or anything else I featured. So it'll just be the two titles I think people need to pick up, which is the Wonder Woman Historia hardcover or the Deluxe Many Deaths of Laila Starr. You can get the trade of that if you like, but I have down for the Deluxe edition. We did get news from DC, Tom King, Mitch Gerard's fame. They're going to be releasing an Absolute Mr. Miracle, so that I'm just throwing money now. But yeah, I'm going to grab my copy of that when that gets out. So be on the lookout for that coming down the pipeline. I do know that the DC and Marvel announced the omnibus for the Amalgam and DC Marvel crossover stuff. So I think there's a lot of excitement about that. So make sure you pre-order that from your local comic book shop if you are interested. It's definitely one that I would highly recommend pre-ordering. You know, also help me out through Brock's Basement on eBay. If you head over there and buy anything I put up for sale, that helps out me out a little more directly, or actually very directly, because it goes eBay and then goes my bank account. So, but yeah, that's where I purge out stuff. You can follow me on social media. On Bluesky, I'm brocksager, as well as on Twitter, I am brocksager. On Instagram or TikTok, Instagram is Brock's Basement. In TikTok is also Brock's Basement, just without the apostrophe, and I think it's brocks.basement is what I had to put down. I don't remember. You can find me. I don't know what I'm posting there, but maybe I'll post more stuff. I'm just busy. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.